Hey guys, this is BD Dragon Keeper. Just sorry I haven't made an update in so long. Basically, we were doing a cleaning of the tank, and that ended up becoming a quick redesign, and that ended up becoming a really elaborate redesign. And then we ended up, basically what we were doing was we got some glass panels, and we were putting them together with some sealant, and it turns out that the sealant, it was waterproof, but it wasn't like aquarium grade. So if you're ever using that, make sure to check what grade it is. But so water ended up seeping through like small cracks in the sealant and kind of made the land swampy and muddy, and we just felt like it wouldn't be safe or just in general good for the frogs. So we ended up just kind of doing this. It was sort of spur of the moment because we were kind of just desperation because we didn't want to keep them in the like kind of quarantine tank that we have. It's like a 20-gallon, 30-gallon for more than like a couple of days. But we've added some additions to it, and we're really happy with how it turned out. So I'll just kind of give you the rundown of what's going on. So basically, the first most important thing is we got 3 new red eyes. In addition to the 4 that we had had for about a year, a little over a year, like a year and a month. So that brings our total count to 7. We have 5 males and 2 females. There's one there. Oh, there it is. So we did that. They all seem to be really happy. They're really healthy. We got a Bromeliad and a Anaphorus, and we kind of put them over together to create this little area that's a feeding area. You can't really see it that well because it's kind of hard to get the camera lens and pan it through, but it's just a really great area to feed them. They all gather around sunset. Like, well, we simulate sunset around 7 or 8. So they all gather around the food dish at sunset, and it's cool. We'll make a video of it, but because there are like 7 of them eating. But as for the equipment for it, first of all we have a new waterfall. It was really quick, really easy to make. We have it just dripping off a bromeliad leaf. We're really happy with it. It literally took 15-20 minutes to make. We'll probably make a tutorial for it because really all you need is a pump, which also is great because it serves as also a filter. But just a pump, some tubing, and you've got a waterfall in like literally like 10-15 minutes, and it adds a lot to the tank. We got a 300-gallon per hour pump, which is great because we were trying to kind of make it simulate Amazon River, you know, have it as close to like home as possible for the red eyes. So we have some rushing water, some waterfalls, so we're really happy with that. Just kind of a bubbler. I mean, just kind of makes it look better, kind of adds air, like puts oxygen in the water, make it healthier for the fish. As of now, we just have, I don't even see them, but we just have like a couple of like kind of tester goldfish just to make sure the water is, everything's safe, there are no chemicals, nothing like that. We'll probably start putting some larger fish in, like Pictus, core cats, in about a week, maybe a little more. So we'll make a video when we do that. And then, most importantly, we got a fogger. And the fogger, like, a lot of people get them just to make the tank look better, which, I mean, they are aesthetically, like, they look really good. So, I mean, it's fine if you do it for that. But we kind of got it more for a, like, actual, like, technical purpose. Basically, like, with red eyes, you need to keep it, as with any tropical rainforest at least animal, you need to keep it extremely humid. So we were kind of having them, and obviously, like, I can't be here. I go to school, so, like, I can't be here all day to mist every 1 or 2 hours like you're supposed to. So this kind of just helps keep the humidity level of the overall tank up while I'm gone. But it looks really nice, and it actually works really well for this tank because I don't know if I've seen this like in many other people's tanks, but if you put it right behind the pump, the fog gets caught up by the pump and it gets carried down in a current across and into there. So it really, like, I'll see if I can pan out, but it really creates like it disperses the fog, because a lot of times when you have a fogger, it'll just be kind of a bottom layer, which isn't as good as possible because Obviously, frogs, they're arboreal, or tree frogs, they're arboreal. They prefer the top, so the treetops. So it kind of spreads out to the area, kind of humidifying the entire region, which is good for them. And basically, just kind of a general thing. Red-headed tree frogs, they kind of have a reputation as being pretty difficult to keep. But really, they aren't particularly difficult to keep if you know what you're doing. Basically, the key thing is just as little change as possible. Like, find a basic environment for them that's suitable, and just keep that. Because when you start adding chemicals and things, like, I know a lot of people, they make, like, really elaborate, like, backdrops using, like, polyurethane, or, like, they'll be making, like, attaching stuff with, like, I don't know, like, with, like, various sealants, like, stuff like that. Like, when you start putting chemicals in their tank, they're really sensitive to it, so it's just not a good idea in general. They're also, like, you should have some, like, experience with frogs before them. Like, before this, I mean, I started off when I was, like, 5 or 6, like, just American toads from outside, and then I got kind of some more, like, just water frogs, like, typical stuff, like a bullfrog, and then I kind of progressed to, like, a green tree frog, a green tree frog, and a grayish tree frog, and then I kind of went up to a red-eye and Wallace's flying frog. So when you, like, you have to take it step by step. Like, you don't want to just, like, make your first, like, or take a huge step from, like, American toad to, like, red-eye tree frog. Because, like, I know some people, like, I mean, like, Octavian 300, I know, like, he had a red-eye at one point, and it just wasn't doing too well. And, I mean, he really knows what he's doing. Like, he's a really good keeper. He has some crazy reptiles, and they're really impressive. But, like, you should have experience with amphibians before you, go to red eyes, just so you know how to maintain an environment for them. You need to, basically, like, I would suggest green tree frogs, grayish tree frogs, just because they're fairly similar. They're just hardy. Like, they aren't as sensitive as red eyes. And then maybe after you keep them for a year and you kind of have an idea, you can determine if not, you're ready for them. But just, like, from reptiles, like, I mean, I have experience with reptiles also. Like, I don't know if you can't really see them because it's at night, but bearded dragons. I had standing day geckos, start out with, like, house geckos, Malaysian golden gecko, bearded dragons, standing day geckos, anoles, stuff like that. And then just, like, blue-tongued skinks, stuff like that. But, like, this is really a completely different experience. So just get some practice before you go to these guys. But really, once you do it, they aren't that hard to keep. Keep everything all natural. Really don't use, like, you can put stuff like foggers and, like, filters and stuff, obviously, like, the necessary stuff, because for one thing, they're made by professional companies and they're safe. But just don't put, like, too many chemicals in, because that just kind of sets off, and they're balanced in their environment, which isn't good for them. But basically, yeah, that's it. I guess I will update you guys soon. We're gonna aerate everything out quickly. But I'll update you guys with a video soon after I get some new fish, and we'll and I'll send you some video, or I'll post some videos then. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.